Okay, so today I am live because tomorrow's the first day of June, so I wanted to talk about some awesome summer reads. I recently polled you guys on my Facebook asking for some suggestions, and I got a lot of great suggestions, you know, non-Gen Z suggestions for summer reading. I heard some Huxley, I heard a lot of great stuff. A lot of stuff that I really should have already read, because my favorite genres, I like thrillers, I like nonfiction. Really, mostly nonfiction, but sometimes I feel like I read a little too much nonfiction. And so when it comes to fiction, it's thrillers and comedy. Love comedy books. So I polled you guys, got a lot of really awesome answers, replies as to which books to read next. And it's so weird because right now I'm live on my phone. Normally I would like pull up my phone and be like, oh, this person said this, and I don't have that luxury. I have my iPad somewhere, but I haven't updated it in forever, so it is no use to me right now. But what I do have is I polled the people here at Gen Z and asked them, which Gen Z books do you think you would recommend to people? Which summer reading books should people read from Gen Z? So I have some of those here, and I also have some other books, because we're not just going to talk about Gen Z. Some of my personal favorites. I have my giant library collection here, and it's in complete disarray. I really need to organize this, but I'm getting there. Organization is with some things is I'm organized with some things. Like my beads, they are color coded. My DVDs color coded, even though nobody watches DVDs anymore. Color code, completely organized. But other things, when it comes to organization, not my strong suit. But also, at the end of the video, I'm going to announce our 2 winners of our raffle. We had over 5,500 entries from our raffle. I was so psyched. I couldn't believe that. You know, you put up this raffle and you think, is anybody going to enter? We had 5,500 entries, so we have one person winning an Amazon gift card and another person who won a signed Gen Z book, and I'll probably throw in a few more books too. Well, my audio is what? Let's see, what are you saying, Trevor? Rather low. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Trevor. How do I turn my audio up? Oh, got it. Okay, can you hear me now? I think that should fix the audio problem, right? Audio back? Audio good? Sounds good on my end. Thank you, Rob. Alright, so kind of starting over a little bit, since you guys can hear me. You know what happens? It's so weird. I have this Bluetooth speaker, and whenever I'm connected, you can't hear anything. It's the strangest thing. So thank you so much for letting me know. So basically, what I was saying, rolling back the tape, I'm here to talk to you today about our favorite summer reads. I recently polled people on my Facebook, got some great suggestions for what to read on the beach, because now, like every weekend, you know, right, even during the week, I'm working on the beach and I'm also reading on the beach, and I'm loving it. So I have a lot of different books that have been suggested to me, and I also polled the people at Gen Z to ask them what books, Gen Z books, would you recommend, and I also have some non-Gen Z recommendations. So I'll start, oh, and also at the end of this, I'm going to go through a Rafflecopter. We just had a raffle. We had over 5,500 entries. I'm so psyched, and we're going to announce the 2 winners of that. So, some of our great suggestions that we had from people here at Gen Z, books to read. The first one is Revelation. This is book 1 of the Gospel of Thomas. It's a series. So you have these 2 kids, they meet in an airport, and you can just imagine what happens in this love story. My personal favorite genres are nonfiction, comedy, and thriller, and this is absolutely none of those. But yet, it still appealed to me. It was still really, really good, because KJ Cartmel, he just has a way of writing and really drawing you in, and it's a great read. So definitely check this out, because I love it. And speaking of another romantic book, which again, not my favorite genre, but these 2 won me over. If I can find it. Okay, I don't have it right here, but it's called Learning to Fly by Spencer Durant. And it's like a John Green-esque book, and John Green has been catching a lot of flack lately. People are saying, oh, there's no substance to what he writes, and that is so wrong. Okay, first of all, his salon in those mental floss videos have inspired the way that I organized my whole office, okay? That's all just covered in, like, geeky, nerdy, collectible stuff in shelves, the way that he has it. So, first of all, he wins right there with me. But his books aren't just, like, thoughtless. I mean, he really does twists and everything else in there. He writes beautifully, so a lot more credit to John Green. That's a recommendation for the summer. Read, if you haven't read A Fault in Our Stars, my goodness, it's time to get on that. But in the same vein as John Green, we have Spencer Durant's Learning to Fly, and it's like a high school love story / tragedy, and it's fantastic, and I really, really enjoyed that book. That was, we published that last year, and that was a book that I went through, and I read the entire thing, and then I edited it, and then I read it again, and I don't often go through a book so many times myself, but that one I enjoyed so much that I went through it so many times. And then this one isn't a romantic book in the way that the others are, but it's still kind of following that genre. This is Internal Conflict by the wonderful E.A. Stripling. She is one of the sweetest people on the planet, and her book is awesome, and she's working on getting it turned into a movie. How cool is that? And she's an actress, and this book, though, is fantastic. It deals with kind of like heartbreak and getting over that, and then being stuck in a situation that you wouldn't think that you would be involved in, and it's really awesome. You'll be surprised with a lot of the things in here. Another great summer read, Justin Fulkerson's An Hour for Magic, followed by Hallowed Be Thy Name. He spins every genre on its head. The magical surrealism genre, psychological thriller genre. I mean, it's awesome, and there are a lot of fun characters in here. Houdini shows up, Jim Morrison shows up. Yeah, it's wild. It's awesome, and another great read. This is a big one too. And if you like this cover, my father shot the picture of the cover. He went to see the Rockettes, and he shot the picture here. So he was so happy that I used it, and I was really happy that I could use it. Another great summer read, Celtic Calendar by Bradley Fairs, and a great book. See, this is more my genre because it's nonfiction. It's his story, takes place in Florida, and this guy is awesome because he's an artist, a rancher, an attorney. He does it all. Essentially, he's a poet. Yeah, he does it all, and he has this book that kind of covers all that. And you'll notice my little, I mark everything out. But great book. So totally, if you like nonfiction like me, if you like true life, this is your book. This one we're releasing next month, but the first book to this, When Darkness Reigns, is fantastic. Spencer came to me, Preston came to me, Preston L. Marshall, and when I first read what the book was about, I thought it was going to be like just a straight up kind of, almost like a zombie kind of book. And I'm like, but then you get so into the characters, and it's not a straight up zombie book by any means. Like, I was completely off in my thinking. And you get so into the characters, and it's really pretty funny too in a lot of parts. And so this is the sequel to that, and that will come out soon. So that's a great beach read to put on your Amazon wish list. And then a couple others, Inspirited by Penelope Aaron. This is a pretty quick read as well. We have Dry World by Dylan James Brock. Psychological thriller, but it's like a love story. It's almost like, it's not like a love story. It's really, really good. And then if you like silly poetry, we have this by Blundering Old Bloat. Another 100 Hints. This one hasn't been released yet, but we have another book by him that has been. So this one, look out for in the summer. Speaking of poetry, if you love poets, you know our dear friend, K.W. Peary. He has 3 books out with us already and 1 more on the way, and he's a prolific poet. He's awesome, and his books are always just really, really, they capture so many emotions and talk about so many different topics that I think a lot of us want to talk about but are too afraid to. So he has that. We also have A Confession by William F. Eicher, and I love that book. It's he recently did a live reading of the entire book. It was really, really cool. So I like how he's always on the forefronts of everything, and his book challenges a lot of the norms. But enough about Gen Z books. Books I recommend, well, we have this leadership textbook. Oh, no. No, I'm just kidding. This was a leadership textbook from a class I took in grad school, which I can probably get rid of now because I graduated. But my favorite all-time book, because I'm a little bit crazy, Clockwork Orange. It's okay, so here's why I like Clockwork Orange so much. First of all, it's essentially a made-up language. It's called NADSAT. It's made up of English, Cockney, all these different languages, and like, how cool is that, playing with linguistics? But I just love the themes in it, and I wrote my whole capstone on this in college. Absolutely love this book. I have it in multiple languages because it's odd. Like, I have it in French. How do you convert NADSAT to French? It's pretty amazing. So this is a book that I read like every year. Love this book. Okay, this one is relatively funny. Andy Rooney. I just bought 4 of his books on eBay. I read one of his books in high school, and one of my teachers said, "Oh, I met Andy Rooney, and he's awful." And that kind of ruined him for me for a little bit. But then I thought, well, everybody has their opinions and their own experiences, so maybe he's not truly awful, because I love his book. So, like, this, I'm reading one, not this one, the other one I'm reading is from 1982, but it's funny how much stuff stayed the same, and he cracks me up. I'm sitting there laughing out loud, and it's fantastic. Love this book. I love Andy Rooney. He was great. And every summer, I've been doing this every summer since I was like 8. I read my Mad books because they're funny, and they are not just for kids. When I was a kid, I didn't get half the jokes in here. So Mad is forever. Additionally, I'm reading Judd Apatow's, he interviews famous people, and I'm going relatively slowly with that because there are just so many interviews, so I kind of read like an interview a day kind of thing. I'm also, what else am I reading? See, I'm reading like 10 books right now. It's almost like that attention span thing where we're just so used to the computer, like I'll read one book one day and the next book the next day, and then just keep swapping out. I'm reading a lot of like books that people consider boring, where they're just like non-fiction, businessy kind of do this, do that, but it's helpful. It really is. And what else? I'm reading a lot of books. I'm reading Ellen DeGeneres' book. She's hilarious, but her book is very much like her stand-up. So I started memorizing her stand-up when I was 5 years old, so I kind of know some of the things that she's saying before she even says them. I'm looking around my room right now, and George Carlin's book, I'm reading that for like the 10th time. The When Will Jesus Bring the Pork Chops? I've read all the Napalm and Silly Putty. I read probably more than this one. And I have Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. Whoa. Hi, sorry, Alexa.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Alexa's having trouble connecting to the internet.
Go to your Alexa app.
Okay, Alexa, thank you. Yeah, so those are the books I'm currently reading. Probably reading a little bit more, but that's enough for now. And I got a lot. I want to thank you guys for the great suggestions. I got a lot to read there. I keep going to these book fairs like every Saturday around me. Like, libraries sell different books. I normally buy books because I like to mark them all up. So if I went to a library, I don't think they'd be very happy with me marking up their books. So I normally buy books either on Amazon or at libraries, and that way I can do what I want with them. So I have boxes and boxes full of books, and it seems like I will never get through them. But I go through a lot of them when the weekends come. I mean, I go through a lot of books, so I'm pretty happy with that. But now the moment that you are waiting for. The winners of our raffle, I still can't believe it, over 5,500 entries. That's a lot of people. Like, it's a Rafflecopter, so some of them can enter a few times, but I mean, we still had a lot of people entering. I would definitely, thousands of people entered this contest, so I'm psyched. So tough competition out there, but the winner of our Amazon gift card is Sarah Meyer. She won with a Facebook post that she did about us, so thank you, Sarah Meyer. You will be receiving an email from me shortly, and I'll just need your email so I can send that to you. And then our winner of our autographed Gen Z book, probably books, is Thomas Murphy. He won with a tweet that he did. So thank you, Thomas Murphy, and thank you to everybody who entered. I'm also excited. I just got these new Gen Z postcards in the mail today. I order a bunch of Gen Z stuff all the time, and they're really neat. They have our buttons on them, so maybe some of you will be getting those soon. And that's about it. I would love some more suggestions for summer reads because you really can't have enough summer reads. Yeah, so let me know what you're reading and what you would recommend. And definitely check out some of the books that I mentioned. Yeah, and that's it. So thank you for tuning in. Live videos are always a little bit awkward. you get to see all behind the stuff. So I'm used to, okay, so I started doing videos on YouTube like probably 10 years ago already, right? About 7 years ago. So I'm used to, you flub something, you edit it. Now it's all out there. You see Alexa talking to me and me calling her Siri. You see everything. So this is the behind the scenes right in the video right here. And then the awkward goodbyes, which you don't have in a normal video. Normally you just go like, subscribe, see you later, poof, the video's off. But now you have to see me awkwardly walk over to my phone and bye guys. And then try to figure out how to turn the live video off.